So the Copper Basin is coming up here in less than 2 weeks, and you've run the Copper Basin multiple times, but I hear there's a new format this year, and you're starting in Paxson. So I was wondering if I could get a little bit of trail information, since I'll be handling for you and the other SB Kennel racers this year, as far as what you will be expecting on different sections of the trail, and what are some trouble areas that have had overflow or different things like that in the past. So we'll start out with Paxson and going over to Chistochina from there. So can you tell us a little bit about the trail there?
Sure. Well, first of all, it's great to have, I kind of like the format in that they're changing it up every year. And this year, like you said, they're going from Paxson. The start's going to be at Paxson and going to go to Chistochina. So we get to go up a very large hill to start off with. And I actually think that's pretty good because the dogs will be all energetic, and hopefully maybe we won't have to run as hard going up the hills. And then after that, about 15 miles later, there's a creek crossing that everybody gets stumbles into and gets their feet wet. Some of them frostbitten toes and this, that, and the other. So that's always interesting. And we get to go over, no laughing, it has happened, I've seen it. We get to go over some frozen rivers, we hope. However, in the past, like every Copper Basin, it's always a little different in that some years they say it's frozen, it's good to go, but when we get there, it's not. And we may have to cross 50 feet of open water. So never trust what they tell you, because it's always different. It always changes in Copper Basin, and that's why it's such an interesting race. But then after the river crossing and the hill and the water, what else could go? What else could happen? Usually, well, last year we had some, I don't know, 40, 50 mile an hour winds right after that, where we had big drifts going into Chistochina, which has never been there. So the exciting thing is we know something's going to happen. We just don't know where and when.
So that little 60-mile leg from Paxson to Chistochina, you've got a large hill, possible overflow in multiple rivers, and then wind drifts, just in that first little 60 mile.
Yeah, there's other things I could mention, but we couldn't take long enough. Shelf ice and on and on and on. But that'll give you the gist of the first little leg.
And from there you go to Glen Allen. So what are some things you can expect on that section?
Actually, that run, the next 52 miles to Glen Allen, it doesn't change a lot from year to year. It's just a gradual uphill. We start down close to the river, and we gradually increase in elevation all the way to Glen Allen. We only cross one river, and sometimes it has a little bit of overflow, but other than that, very uneventful. I shouldn't say that because then it'll kill me this year. But.
And from Glen Allen, you go over to Tulsana. Anything new or different in that section of the trail, or anything that's worth noting?
That section of the trail changes from year to year, and they choose one trail over another depending on the weather conditions. So actually, I don't know which trail is going to be. It's going to be. Sometimes we do a lot of zigzags, and if I get lost once, I'll get lost in that section. And usually I get lost a time or two. So hopefully I'll keep my eyes open.